All right, we're back. Back here with Slade, a high school football player. He's playing safety, moving from outside linebacker, trying to get stronger. We're not trying to turn him into a power lifter. We just want to make him a little stronger in the bench press. So this section is going to be about that. So what I want him to do is for him to do his thing, how he benches now. And then I'll try to give him some cues to see how we can make it a little bit stronger. All right, we're seeing how he benches here. Going through the motions here a bit. Benching. All right. First thing I want you to do is when you're setting up, I want you to think about setting your eyes directly under the bar. So you're kind of there now, but have the bar where you want it, and then set your eyes directly under the bar. But make sure you're not behind it. So if you're in doubt, just come forward a little bit. Like towards your feet, I'm sorry. There we go. All right, now I want you to squeeze the bar, wrap your thumb, pinch your thumb around your index finger, okay? Make sure your grip's even, however you want to grip. We can address that in a minute. Excuse me. Okay. What I want you to do now is I want you to unrack the bar. But before you unrack it, I want you to straighten your wrist out. Right now, your wrist is really back like that. I want you to straighten it out so it can be nice and locked in. Good. There we go. Now, keep that wrist position the same, and now lower the bar down. Good. Keep your wrist cocked forward. Don't let it go back. There it is, right there. Good. Right there. Good. Now keep going. Good, and to keep that position, now work on tucking your elbows less or more. That will help your wrist angle not feel so awkward when they're straight. Good. Good, now squeeze the bar hard. Don't let it go back, there you go. One more. Good, rack it. All right, next cue. How'd that feel straightening your wrist out? Probably weird, right? Yeah. Some of these things are gonna feel weird. I'd recommend getting a little wrist strap. I don't think I have any here in the gym. Okay. And just wrap the back of your hand, starting there, and then a little bit onto your wrist. Just here, okay? Next cue. Next cue I want you to do is I want you to think about where you're touching the bar. So I'm gonna coach you to touch around where your sternum is, just a little bit lower, and that's not much different than you're doing. So go ahead and set up for me. All right. So what I want you to do now is tell me if you want to tuck your feet further behind you or if you want them out in front of you. One's going to give you more leg drive, the other's going to give you more arch. Okay, all right. So bring them back further. All right, now really drive your heels down and get up on your traps. There you go. Now push up, okay, and drive your heels down. Heels down, there we go. Now, I'm going to help hand off the bar to you, and you're going to touch near your sternum. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Out, 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 out. Now squeeze your shoulder blades together. Good. Bend the bar with your hands. Now lower down about there and press up, but drive your heels to the floor when you press. Drive. Drive more. Drive your heels down. Drive. Good. Now push back to me a little bit more. Drive. Good. Again. Good. The next one, I want you to push back an inch back towards your face as you press it. Good. All right, come on out of it. How's that feel? It's a lot on your back, but if you want to be in that position and maximize your bench, you got to jack them back like that. If you don't want to torque on your back so much, you need to have them out in front, but you're not going to be able to get an arch like that. It's your call.
Can we try?
Yeah.
Here too?
Yeah. All right. So everything else is the same except for feet. So eyes under the bar. Okay. Feet out in front. There. Knees out. Toes in, heels out. Spread the floor, just like squatting. Hold that. Now slide out onto your traps and get a little bit of an arch. Good. Now hold that. All right. Now I'm going to help hand the bar off to you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, up, out, 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 out. touch just below the bottom of the shield there, and go. Drive. Leg drive there. Drive your legs. Good. Again. Good. Good. But now you got to push back. Since you have the different stance, keep your hips up onto your traps, hips up. You get taller, build that arch more. There you go. Now down and push back. Come down, push back. Good. Again. Now time it with the leg drive. And push back. Good. That was better. Good. All right, rack it. Correct Strength CBD is 100% CBD isolate derived from hemp. There is 0 THC in our products. We've had multiple law enforcement, military, and fire not only use our drops, but use them successfully while being randomly drug tested on the job. As you see, we have topicals in lavender, sage, lemongrass, and natural. We also have sublingual drops in strawberry, cinnamon, and natural. Our next product is called CryoFreeze. It's 1,000 milligrams of CBD isolate with a menthol formula that you use locally, much like the balms. Use code YT1306 for 20% off your order. That's YT1306. Make sure to check out our brand new gummy line. And thank you so much for all of your support. Now this will feel better when you have weight on there, but you see that's more taxing on your hips. The other way is a little bit more taxing on your back. So either way is going to feel a little bit weird now because I just jacked around your stance and everything. Yeah, and as a football player, I'd advise you to have your feet out like that. You're not trying to bench press the most, but you'd like to get stronger, but not at the risk of tweaking your back or pissing it off. All right, so I agree. What's your normal jumps on the bench?
135 would be max jump.
Okay, let's go to 135. The theme is your legs back, you get more arch, right? When your legs are out in front, you get more leg drive, but less arch. So it really just depends. You want to crush your hips a little bit more, or you want to crank on your back a little bit more. It's really up to you. You can find something in the middle too, which is what football players typically do. Like I'm not doing extremely far out wide or anything like that. So something like this is what I would say would be best for you as a football player. All right. So don't lift it off yet. I just want you to get everything all set up. All right. Stiff. Drive your heels to the floor. There you go. Knees out. Good. All right. On 3. Let me hand it out to you. All right. 1, 2, 3. Up. Out. 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 Now hold it. Wrist straight. Now come down to here and press it with leg drive. Drive. Good. Again. Drive. Good. Now push back to me a little bit. One more. Good. All right. Come on up. It's going to feel weird at first, but when you learn to be able to leverage not just your body weight, but your leg drive, your bench is going to go through the roof. But you got to time it. If you start the leg drive before you touch your chest, it's going to be a terrible press. So it takes practice. So how you avoid that timing issue is start pausing your benches. So bring it down, bam, bring it down, bam, instead of trying to time it as it's coming down. You're here, you're up. Pause, press, pause, press, every single time. Make sense? All right, 2 repetitions this time. Treat them both as singles. 1 rep, regroup. If it's crappy, so be it, we'll fix it. 1 good rep, 2nd good rep. Good, wrap your thumbs. Tight, remember, straight wrists. All right, knees out. 1, 2, 3, up, out, 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 right there. Hold it, go. Press, you gotta pause it, remember? Up, good, there you go. Good, really good. Now at first, when I learned to pause, I did my first competition at 17 and just kind of jumped in the competition. I never paused on my chest. So it might be 25 pounds or so that it's going to be harder. Right. So don't get freaked out by that. But once you learn how to be more explosive from a dead stop, your bench is going to get even stronger when you go back to touch and go. So don't be discouraged by that if it starts going down. That's the trick.
Do you think it's...
I'll call your press. We're acting like you're in a competition here. Even though you're not trying to power lift, we're just trying to teach you the form, and you could learn a lot from the fundamentals of a powerlifting approach. So stiff, good. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Up, out, 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 out. Your weight, go. Press. Remember, you beat me again. Go. Press. Good. That looks good, man. Gonna take time to nail down. I know it's only 135, but that's gonna help. All right? All right, so let's summarize. Thank you so much for joining us today. Please like my content, share my content. Check out powerxstrength.com for more information. Book a consult with me. Check out my CBD products. Check out my books. And thank you so much.